For this video, we are going to be discussing dilations. So dilations are our third type of transformation that we're talking about. And a dilation is a transformation that just changes the size of a figure by multiplying the figure by a number called the scale factor. So scale factor is just a number we multiply our shape by. If the scale factor is bigger than 1, then the shape gets bigger. If the scale factor is less than 1, then the shape gets smaller. All right, so all we're doing is changing the size of our shape. So let's take a look at an example of that. It says both coordinates of each point are multiplied by the scale factor, which means if I look here, I'm going to take both numbers here, I'm going to multiply them by my scale factor. So in this case, I'm going to dilate by 4, my scale factor. Okay, my scale factor, if I can make the F. Scale factor is right here at 4. So all I do to dilate this shape by 4 is take 2 times 4, so 2 times 4, which hopefully you know is 8, and 4 times 4, which hopefully you know is 16, just like that. You can do the same thing with n down here. It's at negative 6, negative 8. Negative 6 times 4, negative 24. Negative 6, or negative 8 times 4, negative 32. All right, no problem, no big deal. Now, to dilate the figure by half, well, same idea. I just multiply each one of these things by half. So half of 2 is 1, and half of 4 is 2. Half of negative 6 is negative 3, and half of negative 8 is negative 4. All I do is take these numbers and multiply them by my scale factor. Notice that 2, 4 turning into 1, 2 gets smaller. 2, 4 turning into 8, 16 gets bigger. 4 is bigger than 1, so the shape gets bigger. Half is less than 1, so the shape gets smaller. Let's take a look at what this looks like. Oh, problem for you to try, actually. So I want you to see if you can figure out the coordinates of b prime if b is at 1, negative 2, and it's dilated by a scale factor of 5. So now that you've tried this, let's go over the answer. I've got b is at 1, negative 2, and I'm going to b prime, and I'm multiplying by a scale factor of 5. So I just do 1 times 5, that's 5. Negative 2 times 5, negative 10. So my answer is b prime is at 5, negative 10. Now let's take a look at what this looks like graphically. So I want to dilate this triangle, MNP, by 2. So let's label the coordinates of these points to start. M is at negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, 1, 2. So N is at negative 3, 2. N is at 1, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So N is at 1, 5. And P is at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2. 7, 2. So to dilate these by 2, I'm going to take each one of these numbers, multiply it by 2, and I'm going to find my new point. So negative 3, negative 2. Negative 3 times 2 is negative 6. 2 times 2 is 4, so I'm looking for negative 6, 4. So here's negative 3, negative 4, negative 5, negative 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. That point right there, that's M prime, and it's at negative 6, positive 4. I'm going to do the same thing for 1, 5. 1 times 2 is 2. Let's move over 1 here. 5 times 2 is 10. I'm at 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's N prime. That's at 2, 10. Same thing for P. I'm at 7, so I need to go to 14. So here's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And I'm at 2, so I need to go up to 4. 1, 2, or 2, 3, 4. That point right there, that is going to be P prime. Okay, and that's at 14, 4. Close this parenthesis up here. So now, if I draw my triangle in, you'll see there's one side, here's the other. Maybe if it gets all the way there. There's my third side. You should see this triangle is twice as big as this triangle. All I did, multiply each one of the coordinates by 2. All right, so let's go ahead and try this one. Rectangle ABCD has vertices of 416, 412, 812, and 816. Find the coordinates of the image if ABCD is dilated by a scale factor of 1/4. All right, so let's see if you can figure this out. A is at 416, and I'm multiplying it by 1/4. So multiplying by 1/4, so 4 times 1/4, that's the same thing as just doing 4 divided by 4. 16 times 1/4, that's the same thing as just saying 16 divided by 4. So really what I'm doing is I'm taking each one of these numbers and dividing it by 4. So 4 divided by 4, that gives me 1. 16 divided by 4, 4. So A prime is at 1/4. B prime, 4 divided by 4 is 1. 12 divided by 4, 3. C prime, 8 divided by 4 is 2. 12 divided by 4 is 3. And D prime, 8 divided by 4 is 2, and 16 divided by 4 is 4. So my points are A prime at 1/4, B prime at 1/3, C prime at 2/3, and D prime at 2/4. So your triad problem for tonight says triangle ABC has vertices of 1, 4, 3, 7, and 6, 0. If the triangle is dilated by a scale factor of 3, what are the coordinates of A prime, B prime, and C prime? So simply take each one of these numbers and multiply it by 3.